Home is the club. I'm party like a rock star, dance until I drop. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video, Definity as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Dashy is currently in New York protecting the house. As in me and this um, other dog I'm dog sitting for, name's Ralphie. We do a little perimeter check around the building every couple hours. It's pretty nice. Anyway, we got a bit to go over today. Not too much. So I'll get to your questions. Here's the rules of the chat. I will get to everyone's questions. You might have to wait, 25 minutes, 35 minutes, however long. I will get to your questions. If you don't want to wait for that long, be like, I don't have that long. Just give me like a super chat. It could be small, could be $2, and then I will get to it right away and continue on with the show. Let's go with Definity first, because Definity I had on my video yesterday just saying like, hey, can this token 1000x? Spoiler alert, yes, it absolutely can. What are the odds of that? I didn't think I really gave that in the video, but let's go over it a little bit here. Definity down 3.6% on the day to 4.8 cents. It was 5-ish cents yesterday. And we are at 60,000 in trading volume. The fully diluted valuation is 8.3 million. People are feeling good about it, 100%. The volume, it can only be gotten on MEXC, Uniswap, or PancakeSwap, so there's not a ton of places for people to get it. And again, the volume is mostly on Uniswap and a little on PancakeSwap, not a ton on MEXC. Although we did have over 100,000 in volume yesterday. Anyway, let's, oh yeah, so in the title, VeVe found a glitch, users to rejoice, whale speculate. Okay, yeah, all right, we got this. One of the things I wanted to go over with Definity real quick before we get to the rest of the show is the fact that they had an announcement today. The announcement was with Kima, revolutionizing institutional settlement layer and optimizing asset trading on Definity. Kima Network partners with Definity Markets. Thrilled to announce a strategic partnership with Definity Markets, leading digital assets ECN designed for financial institutions. This collaboration aims to create an omni-asset institutional settlement layer for the Definity platform. So yesterday I happened to go in and do a Kenneth 1000X. Today they happen to announce Kima, which is great, fantastic news. But I do believe there will be other announcements, probably a couple before the end of this year. What are they? I can't say. But what is, again, I went through all of that yesterday. I'll just do a quick breakdown before I get to OMI. Access to liquidity provides access to liquidity across all major digital assets, including stable coins and foreign exchange. Fiat supports fiat currencies such as GBP, Euro, USD, Australian dollar, CHF, Japanese yen, ZAR, and MUR. I do not know what MUR is. Facilitated by an integrated fiat on and off-ramp gateway. It's custody agnostic as well. Offers post-trade asset allocation utilizing a network of custodians or self-custody using Fireblocks. Again, most of the tokens on Fireblocks are a market cap of 200 million or more. Definity, less than 9. So you can see where this is going. Fixed API access enables seamless connection via fixed protocol to back office systems with pre and post-trade checks included. Standardized public rulebook ensures a level playing field covering governance, access, data protection, orders, netting, settlement reporting, and market integrity, including compliance. Instant market gateway allows trading with multiple institutional digital asset market making firms. Again, there's a bunch of these. And again, if you want to learn more, go watch my 15-minute video yesterday. It goes over a bunch of stuff and why I'm insanely bullish. Now, let's go over OMI a little bit. So we're going to have some speculation here as well. OMI, we are down about 1.14% today to 00048. We've been down around here for a couple months now. 408,000 in volume, so quite a bit better than Definity as far as volume, but we're on like several more exchanges than they are. Fully diluted market cap is only 152 million. So could OMI 1000x? Probably not. I'm going to say there's a 98% chance that OMI does not. I would even say 99% or greater. Obviously, there's a greater than 0% chance that I don't know in what scenario they can do that 1000x. That would make OMI 50 cents, and it would have a $150 billion market cap. I don't know what scenario that would be. I think the scenario for that would be OMI somehow goes to a certain amount in which David and Dan can leverage their OMI, borrow against it, buy a controlling share of Disney, and then they suddenly buy Disney, and that like they force Disney to use the OMI tool. Like that's like the only way I could see this going to $150 billion market cap, which again, that's only 50 cents. OMI to $1, 300, it's insane. It's insane. Even less of a chance, next to zero. But again, anything's possible. Most realistically, 1 to 200x, 5 to 10 cents, give or take. Again, just my opinions, not financial advice. Let's see how Definity and OMI rack up against the rest of the market. Bitcoin, even though it's pretty flat on the day, about 0.3%, we had a miraculous recovery. So Bitcoin yesterday was at like what, 60? Oh, let's see. A couple days ago, we were at like 70K. Had gone down to 62,000, 62.5 today. And then after that, again, had that miraculous recovery. I'm sorry, 62.3 we were down to. And then that miraculous recovery back up to, it was 65.5, now 64.5. Again, kind of wishy-washy. I feel like it's that Katy Perry song. You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no. Ethereum is down about 1% on the day, BNB down 1%, Solana down 4, XRP down 6, Lido Stake down 1.5, Dogecoin down 4, Toncoin down 1.8. We had a nice little flow up 1.2% on the day to 69 cents. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. Absolutely love that. I just want to take a look at, yeah, that's really all I really care about right now. In the wider crypto area, in the wider crypto news, Senator Cynthia Lummis officially introduced a bill to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve and purchase $1 million worth of Bitcoin, which at the time was worth 68 billion. Now it's worth like 65. Either way, I would love to see this get passed. I think that would be fantastic. Over during Comic-Con, I had a buddy of mine go to Vincent Zerzolo's comic book place right next. It was pretty close to the Addiction comic place, and one of the things we were looking at was a Hulk 181 rated 8.5 with a signature, and they were trying to sell it for 8. You know, this is a lot. I mean, in general, this would be about a $6,000 comic, but with a signature, maybe get it up to 7, maybe. That might be something that but again, you're paying $1,000 really for the signature. Obviously, this is something that you can buy for one of many reasons. One, you just like the history. Another, two, you could just like, for investment, ROI, or 3, as far as I know, whether it be the alternative assets like Pokemon cards, comic books, any type of collectible, digital collectible, any type of collectible, can pass on to your kids. And oh, hey, it's not like you're leaving them a house that they have to pay taxes on, estate taxes and all that. Collectibles that you just have, you can just kind of give it to them, and you can sell it cash. It's pretty freaking great. So that's another reason. Even if you overpay a little now, in the future, it's just a way to kind of, I don't even want to say it, but you know what I'm getting at. All right, so VeVe finds glitch. Let's go to this real quick. It was over on their Twitter. It was on their X account. Let's go to that, and then we'll go to something else I really, really want to get to. And you guys will be happy about it. It's some pretty Chavez stuff there. VeVe says, we recently identified a glitch where MCP points were not being earned on digital collectibles from crafting events. The team has worked quickly to ensure anyone who was owed points has now received them. We appreciate your patience and understanding while we fix this. Now, I usually get about 21. I usually get about 2,100 points a day. I got like 6,500, so close to 69, which was nice. I was master. Actually, I have a picture of it. I was master collector for a sec here. Oh wow, I took a lot of photos. Yeah, I got 6,700 points. I was master collector for one day. It was very nice. I was very happy with myself. All right. Saturday? No, we have to go past Saturday. Probably go past Sunday. No, we'll go Saturday. Sorry, just had to see what else we got going on here. I tried to go to the Squishmallow shop to see Uncle Jeremy. He was not there. Dude, when Nintendo, when Pokemon. I can't wait to do that with our collectibles. Yep, Clefairy knows how to do that. See at the sorry, I get a little happy with the memes here. Yeah, I guess we'll go over to the secret whale speculation. So I was watching a YouTube video not too long ago, and shout out to Turtle Golf. Turtle Golf gave me the video speculation. It was me, one of this, one of the books. Oh God, where is it? All right, so it was Steve Eisman. It was something called Bloomberg Podcast, and Steve Eisman was talking about the video was a couple months old, but he was talking about how he owns about 10,000 digital comics, and it's like, the lady asked him, like, oh, is it, is this an NFT? Is it NFT? He's like, no, it's not NFTs. It's comicsology. Like, there's no way that this person, again, Steve Eisman, just a little background on him. And again, this is just complete connecting dots in my mind. They might not really be there, but he's an American businessman, investor for having shorted the collateralized debt obligations, or CDOs. If anyone's ever seen the movie The Big Short, this is him. He profited a ton from the collapse of the U.S. housing bubble in 07 and 08, just absolutely cleaned up. So this person's obviously exceedingly intelligent. You can buy stuff, or you used to be able to buy stuff, I guess, like Comixology, whatever, had 10,000 comics on there, and you don't really own them. As in, like, you can still read them, you can do whatever. They're on his iPad or they're on his Kindle, or whatever. But he can't trade, he can't sell, he can't do anything with it. But if he's into comic books, which he says he can write a dissertation on Spider-Man, which, fair point, many of us can. I imagine that he knows what Marvel has done. He knows what Marvel has been doing with the digital collectibles, handing VeVe the keys to the shop, to their comic book store. I imagine he's got probably some inside info, probably some people that he could talk to, be like, hey, what are they doing? Steve Eisman, my DMs are open if you wish. He could either continue. I mean, comics, I don't even think you can get anymore. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think Bezosman is David Yu. We do know David Yu's account, his and Dan's. I forget what they are, but I don't think they're even in the top 500. But again, outside of that, what I'm talking about here is Steve Eisman potentially being Bezosman. Because again, Steve Eisman, where he goes and he says he has 10,000 digital comics that he owns. Now, obviously, on upfront, he's going to lie and he's going to say, "Oh no, they're not NFTs." But again, he's definitely going to know. He knows what Marvel's doing. He's seen all of their movies. He's read a bunch of their books. He said he's read 10,000 of these books. There's no way that he goes and has even a couple hundred of these comic books on Comixology or wherever he had them, and is not getting the high-end digital collectibles that there are only so many of, key comics that you can get for a couple of dollars. There's no way he's not doing that. And again, if he happened to have found the VeVe app and, again, buying 10,000 comics, guarantee you that he's buying a couple of other stuff. Again, when you have people like Fingar saying, sold 60 comics in the last week and every single one is to Bezosman, I would say that there is a greater than 0% chance that Steve Eisman may or may not be Bezosman. Now, again, this is just me I've been a conspiracy theorist since I was in like high school, ever since like the YouTube came out. YouTube came out in like 07 for the people that here are young and new and they don't believe that. Yes, YouTube wasn't always around. I could be connecting dots that aren't there, but I also think that, again, greater than 0% chance. So comment down below all of your theories. Another, I don't want to say theory I had a idea. I could just read you the text that I sent. He goes and he says, "Hey, give me the 2-minute version of your podcast tonight." Oh, okay. I'll read it to you. VeVe had a ridiculous setup in 2021 and 2022 that no one else had. They did a lot of big deals that netted them a ton of money, and it at an incredibly fast pace. No one else had that. In the bear market, you saw other platforms close, and the ones that are still hanging on, like Candy Digital and McFarlane, are doing small deals and drops at a very slow pace. Again, if there's a Punnett square for this, you could have small and big deals, and you could have them slow and fast, right? Now you can go and most people, they tend to have either small deals really quickly, or they have large deals go very slowly, which is fine. In the fund, we have the large deals go very slowly. The ideal golden goose egg scenario is to have a lot of big deals happen really quickly. However, what a lot of companies I see get into this rut, they get into this divot, fixing a divot. It's a Space Jam reference. They go in and they do slow deals, or they do small deals very slowly. Again, just from what I've seen of the companies that are hanging on, and a lot of them are one-trick ponies. Hero has DC, McFarlane has DC, Candy Digital has DC. So this one-trick pony that everyone has, they don't have access to other things. They're kind of sharing this IP. I don't even know how Hero is able to go in and pay their team. Anyway, VeVe has figured out how to maximize profits. They kept the commons and uncommons of drops fairly high mint, and that's where the money comes in. Those sell, but they won't sell on their own. The reason their high mint drops sell so well while other companies' scarce drops do so poorly is because, one, they combine the high mint drops with very scarce low mint drops via blind buys. Sure, some people get salty that they pay $30 for something for their uncommon only to be worth $8 in the secondary market, but everyone's chasing that dragon. They're hoping that they hit the low mint that will give them instant 10x returns right away. People that hit that Spider-Man Noir, they paid $15 for it. It's going for over 100x right now. 100x would have been $1,500. It's going for like $2,100 right now. So let's do the math here real quick. 2,100 divided by 50. That is 140x on return. And there's a couple of people that got multiple of those. No, where was I? VeVe saw this. They saw what wasn't working, and they pivoted really well. Number two, they still have their audience. It's so much easier to sell something new to an existing customer than it is to onboard a new one, like all these other platforms are trying to do. Currently, this doesn't reflect in the OMI price, but it will moving forward as people start to see that VeVe isn't, they don't just have money slowly coming in, but they're still making 8 figures per year in the bear market. What happens in the coming months as the bull market takes hold? Massive gains. So again, I kind of just wrote that to my friend as a 2-minute, blurb there. Hopefully you guys can get the same value that he did. Secret whale speculation went over that. OMI and Definity news. Okay, yeah, let's go over the rest of the news here. Where was I? I was on Saturday, right? Tuesday, there's Monday. Okay, here we go. There are accounts out there that, and Foster did a beautiful response to this. I don't want to give this person any type of press, but this person was basically going in and saying Ecomi insiders front running certain announcements, and basically is talking about insider trading. One, the price didn't really move the day before the announcement, only happened after. But two, this person consistently posts fake news, consistently lies and slanders me, the company, all of their workers. I don't believe this, and I've had to constantly correct this person. Other people have had to constantly correct this person, and this person still posts these lies and fake news. Again, just be discerned about where you get your information from, and that's all I'll say about that. VeVe interviewed me for Comic-Con. That was really great. Now that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom, they also want him to play Kang because of his time as forget the character's name from Tropic Thunder, but it was hysterical. Go watch that movie. Yeah, VeVe has Viz Media. They should really get some Ruby on here. Just saying, just throwing that out there. Opening ceremony of the Olympics was wild. I'm gonna work on that. I think I went over Sanjay's stuff yesterday. Yep, I did. Fish, we got Fish. There's one trade. There's to finish up. Michael Bauman said just another day on the VeVe app. Nothing to see here. So excited to hit level 100, joining the few elite collectors to have already hit this milestone. Looking forward to the continued journey. Shout out to him. I went to the store today. I got some protein shake. Oh yeah, it's so good. I did 4 workouts in 2 days. Feeling really good. Yeah, that's done with. Sold for. That's insane. He deleted. I don't know why people are like hating on like Aria Realty. He's just chilling, bro. Essence. I guess I haven't really gone over Essence in a while. The Earth 2 stuff. So let's take a look at it here. Let's see on the CoinGecko what the volume is, what the price is. down about 4% on the day to 8.1 cents, 8.5, 8.15, 30,000 in volume. So really not a ton there. This is something that I do want to get a much bigger bag in. As the fund gets more money, I'll get that. The issue is I've been going and looking. I've been talking to a couple of big whales in Earth 2, and they are not wanting to sell their essence, at least not for this price. Some that have several 100,000 or even millions of essence, they're just not going to sell these prices. If this does like a 5 to 10x, yeah, they'll sell. But at that point, some of the gains are already gotten. I do believe essence can be one of those ones that also do a 1,000x. It would make them have like a 20-ish billion dollar market cap, but for what they have, when they have the skin game with the digital collectibles going, they have the actual Web3 gaming where they have the drone video game in there. They're obviously metaverse, so they have a bunch of different narratives that can run. Very excited for that. How it feels to be Kirby fan. My little post. Sorry, Silent Hill. Oh God, that would be great. Get Silent Hill on here. Definity News I'd gone over a lot. Shout out to Robert Long that has 69 Deadpools. Nice down below with 69. What's me and my son again? Momi again. I don't really know. Oh yeah, Momi. Somebody mentioned him. He's the one that had a bunch of the stormtroopers. Okay, we have some other news here. U.S. government has moved $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. They haven't sold it yet. They've just moved it. The SEC intends to amend Binance complaint, removing the need for ruling on whether tokens are securities at this time. Circle said to be trading around $5 billion valuation ahead of the planned IPO. And then you also have a MicroStrategy, so Michael Saylor's company, that said, hey, you know what? We're going to raise another $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. That is just wild. Another month of stake. So Squid Cat has another month of staking and giveaways in the books. Double and triple bonus. OMI shares were in full effect. We'll be following Real Video Shane on his Gold Dragon Club Disney Resort vacation, $7,000 value. So much more to come this year. Thanks for playing along. The Gold Dragon Club might go and sponsor a hotel in New York City for a night. I'll keep y'all posted. I went over the David stuff yesterday. There's the bounty on that. Sharpeners. I went over that. U.S. government is wild. Yeah, U.S. government already has 203,000 Bitcoin. They need more. They need 1 million. Let's go over some other stuff here. There, a lot of the people that have been buying Definity have OMI tokens. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Comment down below if you think that's interesting. Shout out to Sean Grasmick, or Graz, that is now level 64, is a couple levels above me. I miss these guys. I miss my friendos. Camster says since he loves cars, when OMI hits 25 cents, he'll pay for everyone's ticket to go racing at RPM Raceway in Long Island. So shout out to him. Aza, or Kaki Gaijin, says another 122 mint to add to the collection. Has mint number 1222 for the brown suit Wolverine, paying $169 for that. Nice. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro challenges Elon Musk to fight on national television. Elon Musk says, I accept. Oh, that is wild. We are getting the Jawas on August 3rd. We're getting that in about 36 hours, give or take. David Yu loves those Jawas. I love them as well. Grayscale Bitcoin mini trust begins trading on Wednesday. Bahamas Parliament has passed the Digital Assets and Registered Exchanges Act, or DARE, to tighten crypto laws. Tether releases Q2 2024 attestation, reports record-breaking 5.2 billion profit in the first half of 2024. Bitcoin dominance has reached a high of 53.68% as of yesterday, its highest level in 3 years since April of 2021. VeVe Comics posts, the world is fractured. Forge uses his powers of invention to devise the only fix in all new, all different X-Force, as Forge detects increasing threats across the planet. He'll recruit a specialist for each target. First up, the regenerate and degenerate Deadpool. I love how they're still leaning into the Deadpool. Before I go any further with the news, the heck is this? Sorry, I have hiccups. I'm going to go and ask something of you. I am going to go in to the ask you to wait. No, can't do it yet. Smash that like button. Free way to help support the channel. On free ways or Patreon / super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. You know the drill. All right, moving on here. A buddy of mine, I was like, hey, did you just buy $800 worth of Definity? He says yes, and he'll buy more tomorrow. Wesley Snipes is in talks to come back as Blade. I don't know what went on with Mahershala Ali. I think he was too old for that role anyway. I would have liked someone a little bit younger, maybe in their 30s, even late 20s to be Blade, but we'll see. VeVe Digital Collectibles posts, our first donation of $3,000 from secondary fees of the Flower Bomber has been sent to the charity our community selected. St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Thank you, VeVe community. For more info, go to stjude.org. This is great. Obviously, I always love helping people, helping in general, the world, especially kids. But we got some animal love in there. Can we go in and donate to like Animal Welfare Institute, Best Friends, Animal Society, something like that? I'll keep pushing for that. Johnny Sanchez over in the Facebook area says, breaking, in a surprise turn of events, Yuga Labs in Board 8 Yacht Clubs is showing signs of life. Over the past 7 days, FP has a stunning 11% increase, leaving everyone to wonder, will Board 8 Yacht Club surpass VeVe? Are they dead? Follow for more useless info and meaningless posts. Hopefully signs that digital collecting is coming back to life a little bit. We obviously know it's all going to happen. We just don't know when. If you talk to Crypto Rain, he'll be like, no, let it stay dead for several more months because he just wants to continue to stack, obviously. If you're like me and kind of a little bit tired of waiting, and obviously, again, for the sake of the fund, for the sake of future gains and future puppies and kittens, yes, by all means, let everything stay dead. Let this bear market and bad times for the price, let it stay down for several more months. I don't think it's going to, though. I think it's going to pump pretty soon. Why would I imagine that? David Yu posting Iron Man and Doctor Doom. I don't know. Well, they're obviously doing the Spider-Man meme, so that was pretty fun. I wish I could share some of these memes. Could do that. If anyone wants Lindsay Sterling tickets for her Radio City Music Hall event on August 10th, I am selling them. I have the VIP Duality Experience tickets. Paid $651 for them, but I will have to be traveling that day. I'll sell them for $550. I'll take the $100 hit. Heck, I'll even for y'all, if y'all pay an OMI, $500. Or I'll knock it down to $1 million OMI. Anyway, moving on here. There's a fun photo. Oh, so I heard a noise outside the house yesterday, and I was like, and the dog's looking. I was like, okay, let me turn the lights off in here, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this bread. And it turned out to be a deer that scared the bejesus out of me. So little embarrassed about that. Stephen Duarte says, what is going to be set for 100? He's currently at 399 sets, has almost 1.9, probably 1.9 million right now, MCP points, level 87. I don't know what he doesn't have. He probably has a lot of stuff on VeVe. He obviously has an Alligator Loki set. I asked him about that already. I would say for him, if he doesn't have the Tokidoki Golden Dragon, I would totally get that set. The Year of the Dragon, there's only 88 of them. Maybe even the Spider-Man Noir, although it just reached 2100. I can't see that being that way forever. I could imagine it going down a little bit and retracing to maybe 1700, 1400. I'm more hoping that happens so I can get it at a cheaper price, but I would say that. I would say anything that has 88 mints or less, that Tokidoki Gold Dragon, 88 mints, I would totally get that. I'm sure he has a gold logo or an Ecomi Cigar logo. If he doesn't, he should get those. But then I would really say that Tokidoki Gold Dragon, only 88 of them. Who messaged me? I will get as much as I can. Thank you. It's a good day to buy. And then I will say next. Meow. Okay. Moving on here. I'm at 29 minutes, so I will do. Oh, today's the 1st of August. 1999, 25 years ago, I had something to do. It's a Digimon reference. It was 4 years ago on this date that I was contracted to buy a PSA 10 Trophy Kangaskhan. As you can see here, I was selling my PSA 4 Trophy Kangaskhan and my this is the, I forget the name of this called, the Grand Party trainer card. That's me, and that's my boy. We call him Enlightened Bulbasaur. He's a cool dude. StarkNet have airdropped Stark tokens to eligible users who submitted their claim prior to July 15th. The eligibility window is now closed and all tokens have been distributed. Any questions or concerns should be directed to the StarkNet team. That is from Ecomi, the Ecomi official. I guess one last thing before I get moving on here. Speaking of Bezos Man bought 1,622 collectibles this past weekend. Bananas. Dr. Fuse, the number 2, he'll come on the podcast at some point. The number 2 wallet purchased 261 collectibles, and FLPX bought 320. Now, a lot of these, there's a couple of whales that I talked to over the last week, and there's like, yeah, I buy like 40 a week, and it's not enough. I keep dropping in the standings. So the top 500, especially top 100, top 50, it's insanely. You're not going to get into the top 10 unless you're a millionaire. You're not going to get, or I take that back. If you do not care about the quality of your life, you can get into the top 10 by just selling everything you own and buying a bunch of dollar comics. But I do not recommend that. I don't recommend anything because I'm not your guys' financial advisor. But if you want to come into the fund, toss me $100K and we'll talk. Yeah. So the whales aren't necessarily frustrated. Again, a lot of them are just collecting what they like, but a lot of them are just like, man, like, what do I have to do? Do I because I'm not going to pretend to know every single purchase of every person. But there's a couple whales I know that they're just collecting what they're like, and they collect quality stuff, and they're in like the top 50. But for them to still be buying like 40 things a week and still going down, it's like, dude, yeah, people are going pretty crazy here. Not they're taking crazy pills. How many people are buying it just so they can move up in the top 500, and how many people are buying them just because it's going to be good ROIs? Now, sometimes I think these circles are intersecting here, and I think these are one of those times, but only time will tell. We'll see. And yeah, let's get to the news here. Let's get the spread. Let's get the spread. I love this game. Okay, G Flows is Randy. What's your bull case for OMI and Definity? Okay, I went over this a little bit before. No, definitely water first. Water. Gotta hydrate. I'd say 5 to 10 cents for OMI, 1 to 200x from here. And I'd give it out a $30 billion market cap. Could it go higher? Sure. I guess like big bull case, $50 billion market cap gets it to like 16, 17 cents, 18 cents, give or take. That'd be a pretty bull case. Like, it's not my golden goose scenario, but it's pretty high. For Definity, again, that 1000x, whoa, that would take us to $1 billion market cap. Or 1000x from here is actually only like a $900 million market cap, which is, that billion is not a head case. That is a mental barrier for some. Now, a lot of these institutions aren't going to care. They're just going to care about the discounts that they can get, access to the DMA link. They're going to get access to the Axion AI. There's their anomaly detector. So a lot of the institutions are not going to care what the market cap is. They are just going to go and say, I need $200,000 to $500,000 worth of Definity so I can get access to this anomaly detector. Some of them will be like, I can't justify that much, but I can elect to be invoiced monthly, and they'll get a 20% discount if they pay with Definity, and then that Definity gets burned. So I think that depending on when these institutions go in, and mind you, this will just be one institution that could just be, burning every single month. I think that there are several of these institutions that will go in and they'll say, I will, it could be split. I hope it's split, but maybe it's like 70-30, whatever it is. They'll spend millions of dollars a year on it. Again, just to get access to that anomaly detector. You could have, I would say, tens of millions between all of them, at least once, just to hold it. And then for anybody else that wants to, geez, there's once the I can't say the volume that they're doing right now on the DMA link because that's private, but it is very noteworthy. And that's before their Jersey license. We don't know when they get that. We don't know when they could potentially have it, just haven't announced it yet. But they applied for that months ago. So I would expect that, I don't want to say soon, hopefully before the end of Q3, definitely by Q4. And they also have some other major partnerships, which are also private as well, that have been they're done. They're good to go. Just waiting on I assume the Jersey license, which is the virtual asset protector license, makes them makes them adhere to the AMLD5, which is like the European Union's money laundering laws, all of that stuff. And a lot of the other places, like the competitors, they just don't have that. They don't adhere to those laws because they're in jurisdictions that just don't adhere to them. They're in a very unique position. If I'm going to go like bull case, it could do more than 1,000x. Again, it could do. What is 100? All right, so I'm sorry, 100x from here is 900 million. 1,000x is that $9 billion market cap. And I think that once they get past that $1 billion barrier, it'll go to multiple billions fairly easily. Especially when, again, just my fund holds hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Definity, and we will get more. This is not something that we're slowing down now, especially at these prices. We will get more, and because again, this is one of the easiest plays that I think I could have. And obviously, my biggest holding is still OMI, but Definity will likely, depending when OMI and Definity pump. OMI could very well pump first. I have no idea. But Definity could pump first, and their bags could be bigger than my OMI bags. If I'm going to go super califragilistic bull case, it could do 1,500x, do 2,000. Again, just for it to go to 1,000x at 9 billion. Okay, what is it like to get to double that? Okay, 2,000x. Okay, it's 18 billion. Once you get to that tens of billions of dollars, I mean, it could very well do that. It could go to 20 billion. It could go. So most likely, though, I would say that 100x, I would say, is fairly reasonable. And again, that $1 billion market cap, if it can break through that and get through that mental barrier, easily go to multiple billions of dollars. And again, if it can break through that $10 billion barrier, then it'll go to 13, 15, etc. This is So those are my Super Bowl cases, but my base case would be 100x from here. It'd be close to $1 billion market cap, but this should be worth $1 billion. The market cap right now is insanely too low. I would say maybe a couple billion, 1 to 3 billion. So that'd be 100 to 300x, give or take. But that's where it probably should go. It probably should not. It should not be worth 8 billion. It should not be worth 7, 8 billion. But as that market, again, I've said this before, crypto is this inaccurate weighing machine, and it's not going to go just to where it should be accurately weighed. It's going to go way beyond that. So it's anyone's guess. Jason Pena saying, "Oh, hey man, thanks for being a member. One of my friends in real life have a clue about this space. Talk to me, brother." Oh, none of my friends. Oh, okay. You need new friends. No, I'm joking. Remember in that episode of Pokemon where Ash is talking about, like life or whatever, like, come on, like get a life. And then Todd is like, taking pictures of Pokemon is my life. And Ash is like, you should get a new life. You should get some new friends. No, it's unfortunate. I think this is why we all gather here every day, every week, the 238 people that are here. I think it's because we don't get to talk about this. It's like, if anyone's ever seen Mean Girls, not the new crappy movie, the OG. I don't want to be like a boomer, be like, the original was the best, but so good. You have Katie, who's played by Lindsay Lohan, is going off, and her mission is to hang out with Regina George and get to know her so she can take her down. But she gets that, is that Munchausen syndrome, Stockholm syndrome, where she's just like, I became I became obsessed with Regina George, and I talked about Regina George. And if I wasn't talking about Regina George, I was silently hoping and praying that somebody else would bring up Regina George so that I could also talk about Regina George. Um, One the clock's back 10, 15 years ago. I was like the political guy at the party. I love that stuff. I still do. Um, but now, hey, finance guy, and it's you'd think you'd get. My friend Cassesi had once said that you know what you're meant to study in college if you are done with your homework and continue doing research on that subject. Like if you had psych homework, if you had like whatever type of homework that you had and you're done with it, if you continue to do research on that project, that you probably found your passion. Um, in that same breath, I'll say that again, how many examples do you need? The Lindsay Lohan stuff, the Cassesi stuff. I would, you'd think I would get tired of talking about it. I don't. And someone's been like, "Oh, I bet you just love hearing yourself talk." I swear, you ask any of the gals I've dated, ask any of the people I stayed with at San Diego Comic Con or any of the cons. I like abhor like the sight of myself. I abhor like I hate the way I sound. Um, so it's not that like I love hearing myself talk or anything. I don't. I like again. I loathe it. But talking about your pet, it's like Pokemon. Like, what's your favorite Pokemon conspiracy theorist? What is your favorite Pokemon? What is the most underutilized Pokemon? What is a Pokemon that doesn't get enough love? What's undervalued? Like, it's just, I will always, I hope I always love talking about this. Um, so yeah, Jason Pena, you are not alone. Um, I think this is why, like, again, we all get obsessed with this. Jason Pena says 100x as respectively. Um, yeah, yeah, fair enough. Bill Gardner says, what up, Bill Gardner? How's it going? Wes, thank you for being a member. So it feels like it's so hard for OMI to have any upward movement. Um, yeah, I mean it does on occasion, and when it does, it comes right back down. So there's some people that trade it. There's some people that go in and they just say, they just haven't though. Like I have friends that just don't look at it. Like I have friends that they've had it for years and like, yeah, it's whatever. Okay, keep you posted. I'll let you know. Um, but again, there's not a lot of volume down here. There's not a lot of OMI on exchanges. Um, there will be I don't know what happens to unclaimed OMI from Bit4x because you're like not everybody's getting their OMI back. Or I shouldn't say that. Everyone that wants their OMI back will likely get their OMI back. But what about people that just don't know? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Omar said, "Good evening. Good evening, Omar." Mass Murder says, "Spider-Man Day. Let's go. Let's get this right. I love this game. Energy. Give me the peace sign. Meow, meow. Yeah, Spider-Man. I posted something to VeVe's status before. I'll bring it up for y'all. I'll go to replies, and then no replies. It was me quite a number of years ago, as you can tell, 2017. I'd really leaned down from 2016. Good times, wild times, but good. Some energy. Zombie, zombie. What up, zombie? We spent a nice weekend together. I think one of the, I don't know if it's a compliment, observations that I didn't think people like. I feel like I've said this before. It's like when it comes to Randy Chavez, you just get what you get. Like I don't really try to put on an act. I don't really try to put on a thing. And one of the things that I've heard multiple times this past weekend was, "You're like the same as in real life as you are on your videos." Like, yeah, like I can't. I've made thousands of videos. Like I can't act this. Um, I mean, I can act. I don't think I could act this consistently for this long. So maybe that was. I don't even know if he meant it as a compliment, but I took it as a compliment. Like, oh yeah, thanks, man. Wes says 1 in a million. Definitely does 1,000x. No, the odds are much greater than 1 in a million. I would say 1,000. I'd say 12 to 15%. Yeah. So it's definitely the odds are definitely greater than 1 in a million, but I don't think it's like I'm not going to bet like $10 million on it. Maybe bet $1,000 on it. You know, yeah. Chuggin Hank says my Ecomi hat has been shipped. Thank you, Mr. MC1. Get it. Mahalo Joe. Oh, Mahalo Joe is the first person that we had seen it out there. He was so Mahalo Joe. He's probably really good at GeoGuessr because Bam Bam had posted a photo where we were. It was like the first place we went to get drinks. And when she posted it of the drinks. There's like a brown table and there's a little logo, and Mahalo Joe's like, oh, I know where that is. Like he recognized where we were from the table. Dude should work for like NSA talks to Mahalo Joe for missing persons cases. He'd be really, really good at GeoGuessr. He's like, oh, I know where that is. That's just insane. Was that Randall Chattington? Oh, that's a interesting name. Y'all look at Bradley Uppercrust the Third on TikTok. Y'all should do that. Bradley Uppercrust the Third, aka Judy Hopslover 69. VeVe Vet, what up? Saying, yo, what up? I was given 14,000. That's a lot. MCP. That is a lot. That good for you, mate. Good for you. Ooh, I got some. Ooh, I got some more. Okay. Bill Gardner. Truth is, I only listen to Randy's stream to hear him sing. Ooh, what should I sing? I know something about love. You gotta want it. But I can't sing. I don't know. I used to. Okay, we need more. All right. I was so happy when you smile. Your smile breaks through the clouds. That's not. I feel like you would really only like it if it's like a fun song that people know, not a Fruits Basket opening. Far from the sunny days that lie in sleep. I don't know. It's a good one that I could actually sing. I'd do anything. Nick Fingar. Does anyone here think Bezos? Nah, he's not. So we know David. I forget. I forget what they are, but they're not in the top 500. They have stuff. They do buy some, but they, you know, but they're not Bezos man level collectors on the app. In real life, they are. Mahalo Joe says Zojan is my hero. Been shopping like crazy. Yeah, dude. What was that? 56,000. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, 56,000 collectibles. And number two, he's got more than double what number two has. Number two is 22,139, which is still just bananas. Finger sold 60 comics the last week. Every single run through the Bezos man. Mr. MC1 says, hi, Randy and all. Meow, 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 meow. What up, Mr. MC1? So good to see you. David the Artist says, Mr. Randy Haroga, sir. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about what I think you should get for your 400 set. Shoot you a DM if you haven't. Gardner. Oh, my arms. Sorry. Again, 4 workouts in 2 days. Now, granted, 2 of them were cardio, and 1 was very, very light cardio. I only did a little heavier cardio today, but been hitting them weights. It says, lol. Oh, no, a lot of filthy rich people in the world. Bezos man could be anyone. It could be. But it's a small. So I remember the guy. So the guy that he's been on the podcast, Master Sergeant Daryl Lyles. I remember him telling me one day, is like towards the end of basic training, is like, listen, some of y'all here in this flight of basic training, some of y'all are friends. Some of y'all are indifferent, and some of y'all hate each other. Make up, because it's a small Air Force. And I didn't believe him until like I literally met people in the desert. And I was like, we were like that Spider-Man meme. And I was like, oh, funny running into you here. And yeah, it's a small VeVe fan. I've been recognized in New York City, been recognized at airports, been recognized all over the country, likely all over the world whenever I go. It's a small VeVe fan. Yeah. Nick Fingar says, I'm on VeVe because of you, Randy. Been following you since you had 450 followers. Watched you because I had bought into E2. My man. So you have a how much essence do you have? We really need to get more for the fund. Let me know, because I might want to buy some from you. Bogar says, me too, Nick. Meow, meow, meow. Aw, love you guys. Love my bays. Whereas literally no news on Earth 2 is concerning. No, I mean they have news all the time. I don't really cover it all that much. But let's take a look at the last thing that Shane had posted. Shane Isaac. Wow, what's that song by Tears for Fears? It was covered by Gary Jules. No tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Anyway, he goes and posts. It's 5 days ago. As promised, we're back with Volume 2 of the player-owned Earth 2 Megacity series. A reminder that this really is just a little hashtag Earth 2 community event showing our players how cool the properties, flags, tile art, megacities look inside. Middle Island submitted by Morpheus. AGV San Marino submitted by Butt. State 1 submitted by Newton. Where is Chavez Topia? I didn't submit anything, so it's nobody's fault. Gonzalo Fuente saying, I'm watching and it's crazy. Never get tired of Earth 2 version 1. Again, they post all the time. Shane, a day before that, said interesting essence statistics on platform with Earth 2, considering we still have more utility incoming and have not yet launched our 3D World E2 version 1, only the beginning. So there is stuff that happens all the time. They had a video not too long ago. I can take a look at that and see how it did. I don't think it did a ton. I don't think it did that well, but just so you guys know, 884,000 subscribers. Ecomi and VeVe don't have that. Let's see. It's a video. Yeah, this video, you can see, is made 5 days ago. Has 136,000 views. The one a few weeks before that, only 62,000 views. Then you have the Anubis, 130,000 views. Then you have the real-time multiplayer in a 1-to-1 scale virtual Earth pre-alpha, 365,000 views. 52,000, 67,000 are the two before then. And then the Earth 2 version 1, relaxing footage of development systems, has 634,000 views. So obviously, the one before that, Premiere, the beauty of Earth 2 version 1 in engine. Wait, where's it? Yeah. 1.3 million views. So remember in Rocky 4, where the trainers are talking about Drago after he goes and hits the punching machine, and he just goes, it's like 1,800. Drago hits 1,850 pounds. And what does that mean? Whatever he hits, he destroys. Whatever Earth 2 uploads gets watched by hundreds of thousands of people, sometimes millions. They are in a very good position, in my opinion. Obviously not financial advice. I don't know how many times I have to say that per video, but you know what I mean? Ooh, somebody bought some Definity. They bought $249. They're not a lot. But I will take any buy orders. They are changing their futures. Bill Gardner says, love Earth 2. Making like $20 a day. Well, not selling, stacking on that. Love Tropic Thunder so much. Oh, it's so good. So good. TK Yosh. Does Zero mention the addiction? Craft was flawed, but feedback at San Diego Comic-Con was all positive. The addiction is in LCSs across local comic book stores across the nation. They've done pretty well for themselves. I actually think I have a missed call or message from Vincent Zerzolo. I have to get back to him. I'll get back to him in real time. It's been a couple days. Sorry, Vinny. My bad. Great. Which ones? He's not sure yet. I'd like him to get the Hulk 181 8.5 signed. 8.5, the signed one. However, he's interested in the more graily ones. I don't know how to spell graily ones. He wants something to pass on to his kids. And obviously that, might not get taxed. We'll keep you posted. Okay. Cat and Curse says, hey Pam, looking forward to seeing everyone in New York City. New York City. What that was that a Daddy Yankee? New York City. No, 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 no. I don't know. Omar Kasada says, do you think since BitForex opened, made that drastic thing with OMI, like it didn't change in price because it was frozen for months? It's possible. It's possible. He says to me that would be the case. Yeah. Pink Panther, my man, what's going on? Got to bring out that Stealing Manhattan banner there. Where was I? Oh god, no, seriously, where was I? So much. I don't know where I was in this. Okay, I'm slowly getting it back. The Zojman is obviously a smart investor with unlimited resources, taking advantage of weak investors who panic on a daily basis. Can't blame him for doing so. Cannot blame him for that. That's yeah, good for him. Abe, what up? Says if OMI runs first, would you roll some profits to buy Definity? It depends how much. If it just did a 10x, absolutely. If it does like a 4x, if it goes between 002 and 003, maybe a tiny bit, maybe like four, like between 3 and 5%, maybe. Because I don't want to be selling like 20 million OMI. Sell like 5 million OMI. Give me 10 grand, put like 8 of it into Definity, and then 2K I'll just chill with. So 4x, yeah, that'd be maybe 5x from here. This way I get 2,500 per million. Yeah, so we sell 10 million, 25. Wait, if it's 25, yeah, 2,500 per million. Yeah, I could sell 10 million. Give me 25K worth. I'd put 15K, maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know, but I would be, yeah. I could picture doing like 3 to 5% selling into that. There's two questions. What's your average buy? Oh, right now it's like 003 maybe. Maybe 00 like 33 is probably more accurate. I would say that's more accurate. 0033 would be my average buy-in. So even though on average I'd be taking a loss by selling at 0025, I've just bought a good amount down here that I'd be taking profits from that. But I like I said, I have 190 right now. There's a very real chance that I can get up to well over 200. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted with that. That might take a very long time. It might take a month. Keep you posted. Croner, what's going on? Yeah, give me those hearts. Give me those hearts. But yeah, I would definitely do that. I think it'd be silly not to. If it does a 5x from here, like it doesn't. If it does a 10x from here, yeah, absolutely. At that point, I would probably sell the full 10%. Sell 20 million only. Because selling 10 million would have got me 50,000. Yeah. So 20 million is a lot to sell at 005. I don't know. I would sell at least 10 million at 005. Give me 50K, 35K of it would go into Definity. But that's just that would be if Definity stays at these prices, which again, that has to happen. Now, there's a chance that OMI does a 10x while Definity does a 2x. I have so much Definity, but that's still a very, very low market cap. I guess I might split it between Definity and Earth 2. Yeah, I'd split that. Croner, what up? Abe says, what do you think Pokemon does OMI token if it's announced during the bull market? Guys, OMI is that's hard. Or I'm sorry, Pokemon is a big thing. I do not believe, and I'm not that even if they were announced that it would be anything but easy to get. It's just that lowered expectations for myself. If they go, I mean, one, it's all like VeVe's already in first place If I were VeVe, I wouldn't. I would have all the negotiating power. Listen, I'm already the number one platform in the world for digital collectibles. All the other ones that I've tried, name a license that we don't have, and I'll tell you exactly what happened with them if they tried to get into digital collecting. It failed. They picked the wrong platform because they didn't know how to go. Like there is me, Taps, Rain, Dr. Stuff. There's probably a handful of people, and frick, you guys can do it too. That could go in and say like, hey, what you could put on a master class by saying what happened to Hello Kitty. Okay, well they chose Recur, and they couldn't put together that they didn't have it right. I made videos way back in early 2022 saying that like they don't have it right, they don't take care of the IP. Gary didn't mention it at all. He was one of the investors in there. Um, didn't care at all about the product. He only cared about his VeFriends. Winklevoss twins, yeah, sure, great, throw money at it. But it's just a great example of how you can have IP and have tens of millions of dollars and get doodly squat for your money. You have to have real collections. That's what David and Dan does. I would go in, and if I were David and Dan and I'm negotiating with Pokemon, I'd be like, listen, it's been done before. You know, Hello Kitty is like one of the top 10 IPs in the world. They had tens of millions of dollars on that platform, and because they didn't know how to make a good product, they didn't take care of the IP, they didn't know the lore, they didn't care about it. If they would have hired someone that was just a nerd, that could be like, okay, here's what you have to do. Don't give Harold a freaking salad. You know, give Tommy a freaking screwdriver. Take care of your IP. And they just didn't have the passion behind it. Like I remember two doctors that came in East Village Green Animal Hospital, where I was like almost 20 years ago now. And one of them was good, and the other one was just had a passion for the job. And it's like, okay, you know, which one's gonna be the better vet? So that's what I would be. I would like, okay, you can try to do it by yourself, but look at all the examples of how that has happened before. And you know, cue that Thanos meme. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Like, and that's what they're going to do. It's like when the U.S. Air Force tried to call me back because they messed up during COVID. Couldn't live with your own failure, could you? Where did that bring you? Back to me. That's what I would be if I was VeVe. So again, they kind of have all the hand in the relationship. The only reason why Pokemon might be trying to negotiate is because again, VeVe had the just blow off the top insane amount of volume and sales and people, and then obviously they have a fraction of that now. But so maybe Pokemon would be like, okay, you know, you guys, they could try to frame it in a way, well, you've had declining revenue, declining usership, it's not going to matter. At the end of the day, everyone in that room will know that that's the bear market, things run in cycles, that's temporary. VeVe has the upper hand. I mean, Pokemon's made hundreds of games. They're not all winners. They are not all winners. Not everything that Pokemon, Game Freak, and Nintendo does turns to gold. It just isn't. There are, I would dare to say, as many bombs and losers of games that they have made as winners. It's just the winners are just epic winners. But you know, like first appearance on the blockchain means something, and how much does that mean to you? You can either try to do it yourself, and maybe it becomes that crazy overnight success, or it becomes one of the majority of the games that you made that's just lost to time because nobody plays, because nobody cares. You know, I would say that VeVe has that upper hand in that battle right now. Did me? Oh, thanks, man. I won't tell people the plan that I had for the. You know what I'm talking about. Wes saying hard to buy Definity when OMI is at this price. We'll have to buy some more. Yeah, it is. They're both insanely undervalued. They're both good. Like if I'm going to, well, again, 1-2 punch. OMI is the number one in the fund right now. Definity's number 2. Flow is close 3. PV Wheels said, "Let's go, Wheels, let's go." TKO says, "Tears for Fears, man." Yeah. All around me are familiar places, worn out faces, won't outface it. You know, I feel like really people ever since like the Gears of War trailer, they only really like 20 years ago, they only really know the Gary Jules like all around me, familiar faces. Well, you know, and both are good. Both are good. I maybe I do like the Gary Jules one. I personally like the Gary Jules one's a little better, but the OG, the Tears for Fears, that just so good. Randy, you were Earth 2 could just be buying views on YouTube. I'm sure they could, but that goes in line with the 150,000 monthly active users that they have. You obviously have others that might not care to play the game. They might not care to check the account, but oh, new video. What does this tell us? It goes in line with their users. Well, it says, didn't you say you're going to get to 250 million OMI? It is possible that I do get there. There's possible that I get higher. Just something has to happen first. I don't know what. I don't know when. One of the things that I think will happen, but I just don't know what the results and the consequences of that happening are, and what other things may or may not happen. So there's a lot of moving parts. In 5 years, I'll tell everyone. I'll write a book, but yeah, it's hard. Things take time. Nicholas Gators, what glitch? It was a glitch with some type of crafting, and people weren't getting their MCP points for crafting, but they did now. So you're good. Sidrod says, gotta say, I love that 18,000 point boost from today. To do something similar on your VeVe birthday. Oh, they should. Also, Steven Duarte, in case you weren't here before, the golden dragon Tokidoki thing, 88 mints. Get one of those. I'm pretty sure you have a gold and silver logo, and I'm pretty sure you have a Ecomi secret rare logo. But if you don't get those for your 400 set, number 41. Yeah, good times. Thunder in the Suns has got 28,878 FC points yesterday. That is heckin' nuts. I've been alive for an hour. Shout out to the 315 people that are here. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Class dismissed. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, Randy. Never mind.